right, ready?
Yeah, I'll come in with some questions.
All right, what's up, everyone? Let me change my camera real quick a little bit. There we go. All right, well, you're going to have to stretch in there a little bit. There you go. What's up? Welcome to KECC Radio. I'm your host, Cash Money Morgan Pagel. This is my late night talk show segment, Keeping Up with Cash. I have two awesome special guests here today. I have Will Jackson and the Barry
D, baby, the one and only.
Barry D, baby, the one and only.
Yeah.
You already know.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So first of all, we're just going to talk weather. So right now the weather here has been not the greatest, but I'm from Wisconsin, so this really isn't that bad.
Yeah, well, I'm from Dallas, so
Yeah.
it's everywhere, but we'll get around it. We always know how to adapt.
Yeah.
Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Barry, where are you from?
I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana.
You're talking to the mic, though. You're talking to the mic.
I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. Moved to Dallas, finished high school and everything, so I know what that Dallas life like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. So one thing, Will, so our school is having actually this one EU night, right?
Mhm. Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
talk about what that's about real quick?
So basically, I am a part of the diversity club that just started on campus this semester, and next week is Diversity Week, so we're taking over chapel. We're actually hosting our own event on February 7th, Thursday. You guys come check that out. Yeah, man, it's just basically just giving people perspective and pushing the message of the culture. You know what I'm saying? And we having different talents. We're having a guest speaker come out. Micah's dad.
Mm-hmm.
Marvin Daniels. I'll be doing the spoken word, also dancing. We having the MSU Alphas to come out.
Yeah.
Just show some love, man. We just trying to push the vision. Just change people's minds out here in Missouri.
Yeah.
Show for
So
sure.
how do you think Evangel does with diversity? Do you think that as a campus that we're pretty diverse and open to everyone's own cultures from different,
I feel like you just gotta remember. Like where we're at and like understand that it's not gonna be that diverse. This is a predominantly white, place.
Yeah.
So like when you got schools like MSU and schools like Evangel that's starting to like branch out and bring in athletes and stuff like that, it's gonna get there over time. It may not be all the way there yet, but it's getting there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Shouts out to the school for even letting us do this culture thing. Though,
Oh yeah,
you know
for sure,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure. That's big. One thing I can say is, as far as you asking for as more of like the school or the town.
Both. I think, one, the town, but what is the school doing? How are we improving?
Well, I feel like the school did a great job of like basically pushing this week and like pushing like basically like this culture, the culture week and diversity week. I feel like that's super important. Just giving people a perspective, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm big on that word perspective. So yeah, I feel like the school is doing a good job. It always can be better. We always can get better in areas, but just taking that first foot forward is always a positive.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I think that's the biggest thing too is, if you want something, get it. And if we're not getting the diversity we need in the city, then how can Evangel and our school, what can we do? And I think, I just was a freshman last year, obviously, but I just think that at least, for the culture club or whatever, has been doing a lot.
Oh yeah, we try to stay active. I feel like we're an advocate of all cultures.
Yeah.
It's not just one. It's not just a black club or it's not just a white club or a Hispanic club. It's like we just spreading that around of all cultures and letting people understand each other. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Well, that's just awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my next question, I guess, you're both football players. You're both athletes. You're from Texas. You're from Louisiana. I'm from Wisconsin. I'm not like, I'm saying I post up in intramurals, but I don't necessarily play a sport here. How do you think, well, I'll ask you both. So Will, you are obviously a junior. So how do you think, being a football player, how do you think you mesh with people who, don't play sports here?
I feel like the biggest thing is like understanding the other side. Like, of course, you're an athlete, so you want to mesh with your team. You want to mesh with your brothers. You know what I'm saying? That's first and foremost. But just being able to step out and understanding the other side a little bit is always good.
Yeah.
And plus, to give you a plus with the ladies. So that always, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That always helps. But, like, all seriousness, no, I feel like it's very important to just branch out and at least try to understand someone else. Even if you don't fully understand or you don't agree, just try to understand and see where they come from. I feel like that's very important.
Yeah. What do you think, Barry? Do you think that your main friend group is just mainly all football guys, or do you think that you have branched out now, being a sophomore and have more friends who don't necessarily play sports?
I'm speaking specifically for like the business department,
yeah,
there's a lot of classes that I'm in where it requires us to, you know, get out and communicate with each other, build relationships or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, where we have like literally business communications classes where like it's all about interactions and stuff like that. So I've been able to, you know, branch out and meet a lot of cool people.
Yeah.
Shout out to Phil Pot. You know,
we love Phil Pot. Yeah, shout out to my dad too. He told me to say hi. Thanks for being the best.
Yeah, I literally call Phil Pot my mentor because like you know the things that he did. You know, sadly, he had to leave football, but then he pursued his dreams, you know what I mean? He pursued his entrepreneurship career.
And it's booming.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I like, you know what I'm saying? I look up to guys like that, you know, the Enactus Club, stuff like that.
Are you in Enactus?
Yeah, I am
right
in
on,
Enactus.
yeah.
That's lit.
So, like, for the last 2 years, I've been meeting a lot of new people. And, you know, the football team winning definitely is bringing some pride back in the school. So, I feel like it's important that we get out and reach out to everybody, you know, not just football dudes and stuff like that.
For sure. So, I mean, obviously, this is a question. So, you two are both football players. One's a sophomore, one's a junior. You know, you're both doing big things, but you're both single. What are your, if you don't mind being personal?
Of course.
Why is that?
Well, I feel like in this time of life, it's always transition. We're in the transition stage of life. So we're still trying to figure out ourselves a little bit.
Yeah.
And you can't fully commit to somebody if you're still trying to love on yourself and find your own identity. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's just the biggest thing. And also, you know, I know I'm a catch. So, you know, that's going to take some time. I'm just kidding. But no, all seriousness though, like just understanding yourself and understanding what you want to do in this time of life. Like I feel like that's more important than trying to build something with somebody, you know?
So what are your thoughts though? Because like some people say that you're figuring out who you are to the day you die.
Of course.
So in that sense, when do you think you're at a point of your life where you're like, I know who I am, I'm ready for a relationship?
You wanna go?
Yeah.
Come on, Barry.
To be honest, it all depends on what type of person you are. You feel me?
Yeah.
If you feel like if you're the type of person that like I never had, you know, hard feelings against people that feel like, you know, the right person for them is gonna approach them, and I never had hard feelings against anyone that like went out and you know, pursued who they thought was for them. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna happen over time, and you know, that's kind of a personal thing. You know, not everybody different. Like I feel like I can be social with anybody. I can meet anybody, and you know, become friends with them, become close or whatever. Not everybody's like that though. You gotta respect that. So you know what I'm saying? If you're going to, hey, look, I'm not going to let somebody that can't drive my NASCAR, you feel me?
Yeah, that's real.
You got to put a real driver in it.
That's real. I feel like it's more of just finding the balance, like answering your question. That's true. We still trying to figure out ourselves, our whole lives. I just feel like it's more so finding the balance, like being spiritually mature, you know, mature in life, you know, finding your own identity in yourself before you try to pursue. I feel like that's more important, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's just me though, like, but I mean, you know, it's always applications, you know what I'm saying? You always get slide applications.
Always open.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you hear me?
Yeah, no, I definitely feel that too. I mean, I don't even know what the heck I'm doing. So,
and that's perfectly fine. I feel like more college kids should be okay with that. Like, I'm okay with not having my life together, and I'm okay being broke right now, and I'm okay trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm trying to make as many money moves as possible.
All right,
Exactly.
all right,
You
Barry.
know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? Some
real.
people content with life right now, and some people just trying to make it out of where they came from. You feel me?
That's real.
So like,
That's
you know
real
what I'm
talk.
saying? I'm after it. You feel me? Any way I can.
I feel you.
That's real.
Yeah. So what would be like the dream? You know, let's just say maybe like 10 years from graduation, where can you envision? I mean, you don't have to be like, you know, but like, I mean, we're talking about money moves out here, so I'm trying to figure out.
So you said like career-wise, relationship status?
Well,
like what?
no, I'm not talking relationship style. Let's just talk career-wise. Because I've talked to Barry before, and at one point he wanted to own his own barbecue, restaurant.
Yeah. I definitely want to still do restaurant management.
You still want to do restaurant? Yeah. So tell me career-wise, what do you envision?
So, me and personally, my future goal is to own my own marketing agency and probably be a part of a church ministry as well.
Yeah.
So like I feel like my first step, like 10 days after graduation, is just being planted inside of a marketing agency. If it's being in a mailroom, if it's just being around those bosses, if it's being an assistant, I just want to be a magnet on the wall coming fresh out of college and getting that knowledge from them OGs or them people that's in them big offices, so I can be ready to make those moves when I get up there.
Yeah.
And for me, you know, shout out to Big Soldier. You know, he said, too many businesses, not enough businesses. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Hey, look, I got a shoe business I got going. I'm
yes, he's about to clean my shoes.
Oh, word.
Check it out.
I'm going to clean them up for her. I got it.
Yeah, he got me.
You know what I'm saying? I'm investing in stocks early. Like, I'm learning a
lot
lot about it.
Get in stocks.
Hey, get in stocks while you can, bro. Like, it's only going to go up from here. Other than that, I'm a major in management. I really want to be a COO. You know, kind of like Ted Pappy. Anybody had that's called chief operating officer or whatever. I would love to manage, like go into restaurant management and stuff because I love to cook or whatever.
Yeah.
But aside from that, look, whatever God takes me, you know what I'm saying?
That's real.
It could be marketing, it could be whatever. This might not even be the right field for me. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It's coming though.
Yeah. Sure.
That's cool that, you know, you know what you kind of want. You have a passion, but you're also leaving room for God to take it any way he wants.
Of course.
He's going to take it regardless.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people are like, I'm going to do this, and that's all I'm going to do. And I just feel like God's like, nah.
Relax.
Nah. Yeah. By the way, if any of you guys have any questions for these awesome dudes, drop them. Drop them.
Questions.
Oh, yeah. Any questions? I'm an open book.
Any questions? They're open books. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Amen. Well, I guess if no one else has any questions right away. Alan, drop a question. Well, right away, if they don't ask
questions.
Yeah, I'm going to say, what is the best piece of advice you received? It could be something like just, you know, a
in
quote.
College or just in life?
I mean, it's whatever you want it to be. If it was in college, if you just feel like, my mama told me this when I was young, it stuck with me, like it. Whatever the one, you know, advice, that first thing that comes to your mind.
I'm gonna keep it a whole being. Look, like my mom, she wasn't the school type, so she didn't go to college, you know what I'm saying, do all that.
Yeah.
She was straight about getting to the bag. So, like, her advice to me, you feel me, the money don't sleep, so why should I? You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's real.
It's about the buck, you know what I'm saying? You always got to keep God first, but we all know that
as long as you tie them, am I right?
Hey, look, you gotta make money moves, bro, regardless. Money gonna take you somewhere. It's about building relationships, but that money come a close second. Anybody that say it don't, you in for a rude awakening.
You're talking to Cash Money Morgan. Sorry.
Word.
I'm just saying.
More so, me, advice, I would say from just a different aspect of, like, my grandfather used to always tell me, if you have not prepared your kids for the world, then you was a horrible father. Like, you know what I'm saying? So just, like, preparing, like, the people that's under me or the next generation, like, passing down knowledge, basically.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, about money or how to save money or how to raise money or how to build relationships or how to, you know, go through this thing that we call life. You know what I'm saying? Just passing knowledge down to the next generation. I feel like that's one of every older person responsibilities that they should do is always be able to reach back and pass down something to like that next generation.
Oh, for sure.
Right, one more quote I would like to say, bro.
Yeah.
My high school head coach, his name was Bill Howard, and like I love this dude.
Shout out to Bill Howard. Shout out.
Yeah, he did a lot for me, man.
I got a question.
Oh, go ahead.
My fault. So
because I got one from Alan too over here.
It said, Big SK8 says, "What's the hardest challenge being a student athlete?"
Hey, shout out to my boy Antoine from back home.
Well, actually,
I'm
a full ride ping pong player.
Oh,
so
Lord.
I would say the hardest challenge is balancing, you know, school and you know, and the sport. It's the training.
Yeah, I'll
really,
run it
the
real
training
quick,
gets you
but
messed
I'm
up.
Hardest thing about being a college athlete, stigmas. Stigmas. Nah, for real. Like, just getting over the stigma of you're just here for your sport, or just getting over this stigma of you don't take the classroom.
Or like football players, they must be players, or I don't even know.
No, for real, that too.
It just
you get instant stigmas getting on campus, just committing here for a sport. And I feel like that's everywhere. That's just not on this campus. That can translate to anybody around, and any student athlete. So that's a good question. I appreciate that question. That's real.
Yeah, I got a question out here from Alan Taylor the third.
Oh yeah.
Go
ahead.
Where it at? He said, okay, for Barry and Will, if y'all could join a frat, what would it be and why? Good question. Shout out to Alan.
Nah, I'm playing, bro.
All right.
I don't know. I'm not into all that fraternity stuff, bro. I really don't even have, you know what I'm saying, I really can't even think of nothing on top of my head.
I don't feel like you like a fraternity. I feel like you're more of a chill kind of guy. Like, don't get me wrong, you like your brotherhood. You know, you like the guys, but I feel like I think it'd be annoying to you.
I mean, I love being around. I love being around people, and to me, being in a football team is being in a fraternity. Like, like these are my brothers. You feel me? We rock with each other from beginning to end. You know what I'm saying? I made a lot of close friends or whatever. I feel like that's what a fraternity really is. That's what it comes down to. Like, we brothers for life. You feel me? But I really don't know all about fraternities and all that, so I really couldn't tell you.
I would say, I'm not gonna lie. I used to want to pledge. Coming up, just seeing the life that they live, like coming up.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I used to want to be in one, but I would say I'm not a firm believer of being under oath. So that's just me. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't want to commit my life to something that I don't know everything about.
I get that.
That's just me, though. You know what I'm
I guess for me, though, like, I don't party or anything, but, man, I mean, if I could, like, try Delta all the way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real.
I think we try really hard at Evangel to make our floors, like, you know, sororities and trying to, like, get floor events and T-shirts and this, but,
that's real.
I mean, I don't know.
It's not the same.
And, I mean, if I get to be an RI, maybe I could kind of, you know, apply some of those things.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean
you can always try to bring that culture, but at the same time, you gotta realize that's not what we are. Like, that's not what Evangel is. Yeah. It's like trying to make us look like a D1 program. That's not what we are. You feel me?
That's right.
You gotta get in where you fit in. Like,
that's real.
Yeah, and we're not like there are so many things that could be good coming from a sorority, but in another sense, like, we're very trying to like push unification of everyone, and I feel like. As much as you want to make a floor so tight, you kind of also want to make sure that they're like with everyone else.
So I got a question.
All right.
So the same guy, Big SKA said, how is the change from Texas to Missouri? Bro, let me tell you.
What's up, Terry?
Let me tell you the struggle. They don't have no Whataburger down here.
They don't even have a Noodles and Company down here.
No Golden Chick, no Jack in the Box.
Come on.
No Raising Cane's. You feel me?
They have that in St. Louis, though.
They got it in St. Louis. No, I'm capping.
We in Springfield.
Yeah,
St. Louis is 4 hours
bro,
away.
to be honest, bro, like me, it's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's a smaller city. It's a college town. So it's not going to be like your bigger cities, like with different cultures and like different places to eat. But I feel like it got its own beauty in a sense. Like, it have its nice parts. Like, it got a part Springfield, like Branson. Like, the landing is super cool. Like, it's
all
different.
The lakes. Like,
it's like lakes. It's a different kind of beauty. You appreciate it differently.
Yeah.
You appreciate it differently. But, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's different. It's for sure different.
I don't know if you want to answer this, but I do have a question from Sydney. He says, LeBron or Kobe, who's the bigger GOAT?
Jordan. First of all, I'm not a big. I love Kobe. You know what I'm saying? He close second. You gotta respect 5 rings. You know what I'm saying? Especially the dude that had Derek Fisher at point guard. That's just me though. Kyrie way better than Derek Fisher. You feel me?
Come on, that's tell us how you really feel, Barry. Tell us how you really feel.
They don't be respecting that bro got 6 rings. You feel me? He's 6 for 6. 6 for 6. That's different.
All right.
Will?
Okay. I'm a LeBron fan. First off, I'm Cleveland till I die. My uncle played for Cleveland, so I'm a Cleveland fan right now while we struggling with or without LeBron. But
way to be loyal.
You know what I'm saying? We losing right now.
Way to not be like a bandwagon and
just, you know. We gonna be straight.
We go to the Lakers. Michael Daniels.
Yeah, hey, Michael.
I'm just kidding, Michael.
Hey,
Nigel too. They done switch sides. But I have to say, man, all respect as an individual player. I always gonna respect Bron, but it's that boy Michael though. Michael Jordan will forever be the GOAT.
That is true.
Forever.
You just gotta respect that. You just gotta respect it. But I mean I don't like comparison. But they all great players. But you know me, I gotta go with that boy MJ.
So we're definitely going to come back to more of your questions. So if you do have anything you want to ask these guys, definitely drop them down. But I actually have another question for you guys.
What's up?
So kind of turning around to the relationship topic.
Let's go.
I don't want to ask, like, what do you want in a girl almost? But I want to ask you, like, how do men want to be treated? Just because there's a lot of things you hear, like, oh, we don't want a guy who's clingy, or, oh, I want someone who, you know, is going to give me gifts. And I do think it's based on the individual person, but in another sense, I think there could be, like, a generalized basis of how someone does want to be treated.
For sure.
You know?
For sure. Mm-hmm.
Yo, this is me. You feel me? I'm a person that's all about the physical touch. You feel me? That means more to me than anything. Like,
is that your love language?
I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I ain't really take the test like that.
Self-proclaimed. You know, that's a self-proclaimed topic.
Yeah, you feel me? But like, all I'm trying to say is like, everybody is different, and to me, you know what I'm saying, with a different upbringing, somebody just saying I love you don't mean they always love you. You feel me? Sure. Sometimes like a hug mean more to me than the words that's coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, so you're a big actions kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm a big actions type of dude. You know what I'm saying? And I love to do stuff for other people. So like, you know what I'm saying, just to show them I love them. But that, like, receiving gifts and all that doesn't do as much as me as like. So would you say if you're
trying to show that you love someone, are you gonna do it like in actions too? Because that's how you receive it, or would you say?
Yeah, like me showing you that like I love you. That would be me like just wanting to spend as much quality time with you as possible. Like that's just me. Gotcha. You feel me? And like every dude, they might not say it like they hate a clingy female or whatever. I personally love a clingy female because you know what I'm saying. Nobody got you really like they got you to me. Yeah. Like that be the best. That's the ones you wife, the ones that annoy you the most. You feel me? That's just how I feel.
That's real.
Thanks for telling us how you feel. That really hit hard.
That's real. Come on, Will. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. So the question again was, how do men like to be treated, like in a relationship sense? Like we're saying that obviously each person is individual. You know, they have the different. Like he said, he's a big physical touch guy.
Got you.
Some people are just words of aff. That's my top love language, but. Even though we do think that, you know, each person is individual, I also think there is kind of a general of how people like to just be treated.
Of course. Yeah. I feel like you said, everyone's different. I feel like it depends on the situation. Because, like, if we're talking on, like, a spiritual, like, I want somebody that's going to, like, push me, like, when I'm weak. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, basically, like, motivating me to becoming a better person. Like, you know that I'm not perfect, and I'm not perfect, and you understand my weaknesses, but you're willing to strengthen my weaknesses because you know, like, you strengthening my weaknesses is going to make us become a better couple, or that's going to make you become a better person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I feel like that's more so of, like, a woman that I would want, like, a woman that's, like, willing to stay and work through my weaknesses, like, through life, spiritually, like, whatever we go through, like, we're willing to work through those times. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. But like you were saying, like, time equal influence. So whoever you spend your time with, like, them are the people you're going to have the biggest influence around, and they have the biggest influence on you. So I feel like that's very important. Wherever you spend your time and wherever you spend your money, that's where your heart is.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. So are you the kind of guys where it's like, if you like a girl, you about to pursue her? Or are you the kind of person where, like, if a girl came and slid in your DM, if a girl came and was like, hey, what's up, you want to hang out? Like, how would you, like, is that a turn off for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, so say, Barry, for example, a girl come up to you and was like, yo, what's up? Like, you want to go to Andy's? Or I don't even know, something like that. What would you do?
I don't talk to females like that, first of all. Don't approach me to go to Andy's.
No, all right.
But speaking for...
Shut down.
I'm just playing, but...
I'm just playing, yeah.
In general, for, you know, dudes, in general, like I said, it really do depend on your personality. Yeah. Some guys might be freaked out by that, like, dang, like, I don't know, like, sure, we can go to Andy's, and some dudes might be like, I was going to ask you anyway. Like, that's the type of person you are. I can tell you, like, me and Will, we both have open personality, so it wouldn't affect us, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? It depends on the person.
So if a girl DM'd you and was like, hey, do you want to hang out sometime? Would you say, oh, like, if she was, like, real cute or something, would you be like, oh, yeah?
I'd say no.
So tell me why you say no.
She gotta meet my mama first.
So really, you think
she gotta meet my mama first.
But your mama's all the way in Louisiana.
Call her.
Oh!
Crazy.
All right, well.
Like Barry said, like we have, like, open personalities. Like, we can mix with any people. We can talk to any kind of people. But I am an old-fashioned kind of guy. Like, I feel like the man always should pursue. You feel me? Like, the man should be the pursuer. Like, I mean, I understand, like, times have changed. Like, people out here slipping and slide. You know, in the DMs, they slipping and slide, which is cool. I like a girl that, like, knows what she wants and know what to say. That's cool. But I feel like, you know, as a man, like, let me choose you. You know what I'm saying? Or even if I did, like, even if you did DM me and I liked you, just be patient and wait for the, like, you know what I'm saying, wait for me to attempt, because, like, you never know. I might be looking at certain things in you. You just never know. Or I might still be looking for certain qualities. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, just, I feel like that's the biggest thing. Like, people don't be want to wait, so they just slide in the DMs to try to make something happen. Like, sometimes you got to let time make decisions for you, or let it be natural. Don't force it with a DM. That's just me, though. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying you're the kind of guy where, like, you really like to pursue.
Yeah,
and
I
so
do.
if a girl
do.
is kind of bold in her own way and she, like, oh, hey. and she, like, DMs you or something, you're just, it kind of, like, is, like, a turn off for you.
I mean, it's not a turn off. It's just more so, like, it's situational. Like, if I already liked you and you DM me, I already been on your page. That's one.
Oh, all right.
You feel me? Like,
okay.
I already done peeped the page. I done peeped your friends. Like, I feel like what girls don't really realize, like, girls try to give us signs. Guys don't always pick up all the signs that girls try to give us, but guys are very detailed. Like, we look at more things than y'all think we do. Like, we look at the people you hang around. We look at the way you dress. Do you want to be seen or do you want to hide? Like, we look at those kind of things. That's just
wow,
me.
now I'm really tripping because I didn't think y'all noticed anything. I'm just
running around with them buzz downs, I'm telling you. That ain't it. About the honest. You gotta.
Nah, but yeah, we look at that kind of stuff. We look at, you know what I'm saying, the people you hang around. We already been on the ground. We went in the comments. Like, fellas, hey, look, fellas.
Oh,
like,
wow, you really going in the comments?
Look, I'm gonna keep it real player for the fellas. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be honest. But yeah, we peep those things, but we how can I say it? Like, we're not gonna let you know that we see these things. But if you already hopped in the DM, we probably already know it. Like, we probably already seen you. So if we liked what we seen on the ground, or if we liked the picture, or we, you know what I'm saying, like, seeing anything on social media that we liked, or we liked you in person, then that could be a different situation. But if I don't really know you, and I haven't seen the ground, and you DM me on some aggressive, like, kind of vibe, I'm gonna be like, relax. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Relax.
Just chill a little bit.
No, I feel that. I feel like it's the same for girls, too. Almost.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, if we're chilling, then I'm like, all right, like, cool. Yeah. But if I don't know you, and I don't, like, I'll be like, oh.
So, like, for the from the perspective of, like, a girl.
Yeah.
Like, do you feel like it's becoming a day or age where it's more approachable in the DM?
I honestly do, personally.
You do?
Yeah. It just depends. Like, if I know the person, or, like, not even, like, know them, but, like, if I just, you know who they are, and I'm like, you know, but if it's a random guy, like, if it's like a random guy who just followed me or someone, ain't it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really weird about that. I'm really, like, focused on, like, who I hang out. Not, like, who I'm around, but I don't meet up with strangers.
That's
you
real.
know?
Oh, yeah.
That's real.
I don't. It's just trippy. So, I mean, I do think, though, like, honestly, if a guy was smooth in the DMs, I think I'd rather do that. Hold on, what did my dad say? Oh, my gosh. The Periscope's not on, but I don't know. All right. Whatever.
That's cool. You got the live.
Yeah.
You can save that.
Yeah.
Real quick though.
What's up, JoJo?
We are definitely in the age of sensitivity. So although I feel like it is more open, you know what I'm saying, I also feel like there's a lot of, like, feminism and stuff like that. Like, people that are out there that feel like you can't, they're not supposed to be the ones, like, it got to the point at one point in time where women were feeling comfortable enough to even post that they were proposing to their men. Which me being a you know what I'm saying, a man myself, I feel like that's not okay. I wouldn't want my girl to, you know, propose to me, but that's just because, like, you know, I guess I'm old school. That's, like, what Pops taught me or whatever. Yeah. But, like, then all of a sudden there was this big culture switch where it was like, you know, females not doing that no more. Like, that's not normal, whatever. They trying to stand up for each other. Like, you know, the man need to get on his knee or whatever. So, like, I definitely feel like females are back wanting, like, they're trying to bring chivalry back. You know what I mean? Yeah. And, like, that's big right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know. Like, personally, I don't think it says in the Bible, like, females do not propose, but I kind of think if you look at the roles that, like, Adam and Eve and, like, just how men and women interact, I don't really think it's right for the girl to, you know, almost propose. I think it's a girl being bold, but I think the way that men and women are wired, like, the guy almost does need to pursue.
Of course.
Because when, like, they do get married, you know, the women submit to men, and they have their own challenges. And for guys, a lot of time it is having to like love someone else, which not in the sense of like, oh, they can't love anyone, but in the sense where like it's hard for guys sometimes like think about someone else other than themselves. Yeah. Which I'm not like saying like, oh, boys are selfish, but I'm just saying, and for girls, like it's hard for us to submit to someone else.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So I think in that sense, that's why I think it's important that a guy asks, because you know, just because of that. Yeah.
No, I get that.
Y'all have questions, drop them.
Okay, so just on that, you can put it in the middle if you want to, cause mine.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So basically answering that.
What's up, Gino?
Answering that question, you feel me? Like you said, it's hard for girls to submit, just like it's hard for men to like for commitment sometimes.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times, a lot of dudes want for commitment. But I feel like as far as like the chivalry thing, bro, I'm an old fashioned kind of guy. Like I said, like I'm gonna propose, and it is biblical because it talks about like how the man supposed to be the chaser, how the man supposed to pursue, and the man is also the head. So the head make those lifetime decisions. You feel me? That's just me though.
Yeah. Like, I feel that because it's like, well, if the girl proposes, then who's kind of wearing the pants in the relationship?
Or who making those decisions?
Who's making those decisions?
Yeah,
and
for sure.
It's just, I mean, I'm not saying if, the woman proposed is like the worst thing ever, but I think it is important to understand, like, you do submit to your husband, like, he is the one in charge of the family, like, but yet you're also connected.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so my next question, if no one else has any questions, which you can drop them,
You did.
So how important is your faith, and how do you like? I guess what I'm saying here is like, how do you really grow and make it active in your life?
As far as like dating life or just life?
No, I'm talking spiritual, where you have to the biblical side. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I got you. I feel like it's very important. Because, like I say, I always respect other cultures and I always respect other religions, because I feel like you have to respect what people believe in. You know what I'm saying? And if that's what people believe in, you respect it. But just like me personally, I feel like my faith is like a big part of who I am, because that's my structure. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you learn a lot about a man, about what his structure is like or what his disciplines are. Yeah. You learn a lot about that man, because like those are the things that shape him. That's what makes him the person that he is. That's the reason he walked the way he walked. So I feel like your faith says a lot about you, and also about your future family and how you was raised. So I feel like what you believe in is very big to the person that you become. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or the person that you want to become.
So, Will, for example, like, what do you do maybe like on a daily basis or a weekly basis, like in your faith walk?
Okay, so like me personally, I feel like prayer is super important.
Yeah.
Prayer, every day. Yeah, I feel like that's your line to God, and I feel like that's a sacred place where God talks to you and give you vision.
Yeah.
So prayer to me is very big. Try to do it early in the mornings. Fresh brain. Try to start the day off with that. Devotionals is very important to me. I feel like that just takes away like that pride in man.
Yeah.
Submitting, like you were saying, like submitting to like God, and I feel like everything you do is worship. So everything that I try to do, I try to worship, like give God that like praise, because like he gave me this opportunity to play football, to be on the diversity club, to do stuff like this. So like that kind of stuff.
We got some special guests.
That kind of stuff is like super important.
Oh, wow. They brought the whole crew. Let me just point this out real quick.
Yeah.
All right. Hello. Look, they're out there with all the recruits. Give them a follow. Derek Johnson and all his recruits. Josh Tibbs.
Yeah.
You got Micah Daniels. All right.
Yeah. Y'all. Yeah. But go ahead. You got it.
What was the question
again? What do you want?
He said
it's the big guy way.
He said it's the big guy way.
It's the big guy way. Okay.
Yeah. All right, but y'all drop some questions if y'all trying to, you know what I'm saying, get them.
Why don't you guys hop on Instagram and type out some questions for us? Oh, yeah. All right, yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah.
I don't even know that dude.
Barry, your turn.
Repeat the question for me. Oh, my faith.
Talk about your faith walk, and what do you personally do in order to...
To be honest, like anybody that knows me and knows like my background, where I came from, they would know that God, like, he was my striving point through my whole life. You feel me?
Tips that take the hat off. Will.
Who said that?
Relax.
Hey, I can't take off the hat. I ain't got no cut. Look, I need a cut. Relax.
He said he was playing.
All right, but go ahead. My fault, bro. Go ahead.
Anyway. Nah, for real though, bro. Anybody that, like, you know what I'm saying? I was a victim of Hurricane Katrina. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that knows me, know my background, know that, like, without God, none of this would have been possible. Like, I'm a first generation college student in my family.
Yeah, you are.
Oh,
what's up?
Yo, word.
I am too.
Okay, all right.
That's big news to me. Facts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my mom cried so hard at graduation, it was crazy. You would think that I already graduated college, you feel me?
Yeah.
And you're about to come out and make money moves.
Money moves. I'm always making money moves. Shout out to moms. You feel me?
So Josh Tips has a question for us. Shout out to Josh Tips. Oh, DJ, I guess he made the question. What is the culture like at Evangel for the recruits? Was that your question? Did you want to know that? The recruits want to know what the culture is like. If they come here, will they fit in?
I got you. Hey, look, Pete. First off, you already winning. You know what I'm saying? You already winning. You know what I'm saying? You already winning. No, but all seriousness though, like the culture on the Evangel campus, bro, it's really like family, bro. When you come into this brotherhood, bro, it's all about family. Like, at the end of the day, what you do on the field, what you do after your life, like at this university, bro, like at the end of the day, bro, I met people that's going to be in my wedding. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's all about a brotherhood, bro, like at the end of the day.
Yeah, and like one thing too is, like we said earlier in the discussion, I'm not, I don't play sports here. I'm just, an intramural star, ping pong scholarship, full ride. But, we come from different, backgrounds and different cultures, yet here I am, talking with Will and Barry, and they're both really good at my friends,
Yeah, word.
All different cultures, and I feel, from, being Hispanic and different, I feel like I mess with all kinds of people. I think Evangel's a great place for really unifying everyone, and that's really a biblical value. So that's what's up.
And I'm always ride for my brothers, bro. So let me tell you that. But like, once you join the family, your family forever, dog. Like,
questions?
Yeah.
What's
So
Will's also going live right now. So peep him. Yeah, he's got some questions though.
Hey, why do y'all bring me a phone charger?
Fabo said, okay, so somebody.
Yeah,
Fabo basically said, like, what is one thing you've done on campus that you can take away? Like, what's like one of the biggest like memories you have on campus?
Yeah.
You want to answer or you want me?
I can answer it.
Yeah.
One of the biggest memories?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, honestly, this gonna sound petty, bro, but when I redshirted my freshman year, bro, like, that humbled me more than anything, bro. Because, like, I really never thought I would, like, redshirt anything like that, bro. I was, like, I came in here thinking I was that dude and got humbled real quick, bro. You know what I'm saying? But, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm working my way back up. I still, if I wanted to, had 3 years left and stuff like that. So I'm not tripping on that.
Yeah.
But, I had to really commit to it, bro, like, get with the program. And now coach will tell you, bro, like, I'm one of the, dudes yelling on the field every time, cheering everybody on, getting the team rowdy, like, doing what I got to do, bro. You got to know your role.
That's real.
You feel me? And that's really what I took away from a lot of it.
That's real. I would say one of my biggest memories or experience that I've had on campus so far, bro, is, like, really just being on this diversity club board. You know what I'm saying? Like, just doing something outside of football. Like we said, we first generational college kids. So, like, to make an impact in Springfield, Missouri, all the way from Texas, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big deal to me,
Right.
and that's a big deal, like, to my family that I can leave back and potentially, like, and show my kids, like, this is something I did on campus outside of some shoulder pads. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that was something that I wanted to leave back, and I can always, like, go back and just be like, dang, bro, I did that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, well, not I did that, but I was a part of something that, like, changed the campus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's huge. I think for me, like, just being in my internship and with the kids and, the youth, it's just weird because I still feel like this young little person. Yet when I'm there, you don't realize the impact you have in people and that you're breaking up fights and you're just pouring into people. And even though, like, through the people I met at Evangel, that's how, that opportunity came to be through God. And so I think that's, like, the coolest thing that's really grown me, because you have to be someone that people are going to look at. So you have to make sure that you're right with your heart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, so I have a question for you, Cash Money.
All right.
Okay, so look, Pete. All right, so do y'all talk about us in y'all dorms? What percentage? Hold on, Pete. Look, what percentage of the time do y'all talk about us in y'all dorms?
Like
football players. I'm not talking about the other dudes on campus. I'm talking about the football players. And I got one after that. But go ahead.
All right.
Be honest. Let's be honest.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna lie. Like freshman year, I felt like I talked a lot about football players all the time, and I feel like girls, like the minute a girl doesn't know what a guy's name is and they think they're cute in any sport, you already know. We up on that portal. We searching their name. I can't tell you how many times. This isn't like just me, but
that portal.
If we're being 100% honest,
that portal will get you, boy.
Hey, bro, my portal picture kind of ugly, so I'm kind of hot.
Hey, they get your whole home address, your social security number, that portal, boy.
They get your strengths
and the weaknesses.
It's funny, like if we don't know someone's name or if we're trying to figure something out, like we go through all of Krause, all of Lewis.
Yeah,
that's tough.
So I think, I gotta
get off that portal. I gotta get off that portal.
I think it's more like individual. Like if there's like a certain guy in the football team, like we talk about him. But I'm gonna be real.
Are you gonna give me a percentage?
A percentage?
Yeah, percentage of the time. So like 80%, 75%.
All right, fine. For football, like, this is just general. This is not me, right?
No, this is, okay, general.
All right.
Ryder is so cute. Like,
oh, yeah. All right. Probably, like, 60%.
That's real.
Because I definitely do think that girls talk about soccer players, basketball players, too.
Of course.
Basketball is, like, right behind football. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They're very up and coming. Soccer, I'm sure girls talk about you, too. I'm just, like... I don't know.
Like, you ain't rocking with the soccer?
Soccer's good too, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's a little different, but...
You ain't rocking with the football?
I feel you.
I don't know.
That football.
Okay, I got another question. All right, peep.
All right.
So what are some things that like you look for in a guy that you're interested in? Like what are some qualities? Like, he got to be good around people. He have to have a good personality. I have to be able to bring him home to moms. Like, what are some...
Honestly, I ain't really worried about my mom. I
got a question after that.
My mom literally loves everyone. Even, like, this one dude I used to, like, talk to, like, she even liked him. Like, I'm not really worried about my mom. Like, my dad, maybe, I don't know. But, I definitely really want a guy that doesn't just go to church. I want someone who really, like...
invest in the church.
Is, invested in the church and, like, God and understands the need for, like, servanthood.
That's real.
Definitely someone with a good personality, who's funny. Like, I just need someone who's, like, funny, you know?
You're a very uppity person, I know.
Yeah. Barry always says I'm uppity, and it bothers him sometimes, but it's alright if you like that, you know?
That's good. That's a good. That's good.
No, but for real though, my question for you is... Alright, so, like, Pete, how would you or your parents feel about an interracial relationship? Like, is that a big deal?
Oh my gosh, my brother would love it.
Really?
My brother wishes he was black half the time. He used to, like, curl his hair. You would hate me if you said that.
You didn't have to put him on the dirt like that.
Yeah.
My brother is so cool. Like, he's a basketball... He's going to be, like, a stud when it comes to sports. Like, he's only in 8th grade, and he's, like, the GOAT of his team. So if you're watching that, that's what's up. But... we don't care. I don't care. I don't see color as, like, you know, I think it's all about the heart.
That's real.
That's really what it's about. It's about the heart. So I don't think I'm from a culture where it's like, oh, this is awkward, this is this. I think that's a lot of older people, and I think that stigma's dying. But
yeah, I was going to ask.
Oh, go ahead.
So since you brought up, like, color, you know what I'm saying, not being a factor, I just want to know, have you seen The Hate U Give? If you haven't seen The Hate U Give, find a way to watch The Hate U Give.
Go watch that movie. Yeah. Good movie.
The Hate U Give.
Oh, that's a movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were just, like, saying some truth out here.
No. Go watch The Hate U Give. It's a great movie.
Great movie.
Yeah.
A lot of, leading black actors out there, took a role in that movie. And it basically stands for the hate that you give the youth, messes with everybody.
Perspective.
You feel me? On that perspective, like the messages that you feeding into the youth, your kids, your little brother, your little sister, you know what I'm saying, messes with everybody. I just really want to put that out there. It's a good movie.
A lot of it I do think is just, kids are curious and they ask questions, and I do think a lot of it is how the parents answer it. It really is.
That's so real.
And even if I don't end up with, like, a man of color.
Yeah.
I definitely, like, want to adopt, like, a little mixed or black baby. Like, I want to,
That's
and
real.
I want to adopt. Like, I want to adopt, foster. I don't know. I'm really about that. So.
How do you feel like that affects the kid then?
I think it's important. Well, first of all, kid wants to be loved. They really need nurturing, and that's what a lot of kids lack, and that's why I feel like mental problems or things can happen. You know, why are kids doing, like, bad things when they're older? I don't know. I think that's part of the reason.
Yeah.
But I think it's important that even if you do adopt, you do bring their background and culture into the family. Like, if it's just, you know, because that's why a lot of times people are like, oh, I don't fit in with my own culture, you know? It's important to bring their heritage into their life, even if they are adopted.
Even if they don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all on some serious stuff. I'm trying to look. I'm back to the ground. Look. Hey, all right. So on Instagram. Hey, all right, Pete. All right. So
y'all didn't know you were coming to a service tonight. Chapel credit provided.
Wow. Relax. Hey, relax.
Okay.
They gonna really get heated.
Hey, all right. Look, Pete. So Cash Money. So
this is funny. Like, this is my radio show yet. I mean.
Oh yeah, you out here getting questions
too.
It's okay. It's fine. Like, I love these guys. I don't really care. Like.
All right. So look. All right. I have a question.
All right.
Okay. So dang, I just went blank. Relax.
We're getting personal.
Oh yeah, Graham. All right. So like, if you're interested in a dude on campus, do you follow, and do you lurk? Or do you just be like, okay, I'll wait to see him in person? Because I feel like every girl got a little... No, it's not even girl. I feel like everybody got a little stalker in them.
Oh, for sure.
Yes, bro. Bro, if it's somebody that you really like, bro, not stalk. Okay, stalk is a stretch.
I'm not gonna say... call it creeping.
No, we call it lurking.
We call it lurking?
Hey, we lurking. But, like, I feel like everybody got a little lurk in them, for sure. Oh, especially if it's somebody that you really like. You want to know about, like, them, like... All right, do she like this? What's she doing? Is she's dressing like this on social media? Or is she...
I just think it's really important to be really careful, though. Mm-hmm. Even though, like, don't get me wrong, if you think someone... But, like, okay, so to back up real quick, you say, like, follow or no follow and lurk. I think... I try to be, like, really strategic with my following. So if I'm peeping, I'm going to follow someone, like, right when I think is, like, a good time. So then, like, notice me or something. And I definitely lurk, but I think one thing... One thing I do think, though, is I guard my heart, so I try to be really careful with, like, lurking. Because if you lurk too much and you don't even know that person, like, that will mess you up in the head. It'll give you anxiety.
And get a false perception of that person, all that.
Hi, Sarah. What's up?
What up, Sarah?
Yeah.
She said you're right, Will.
Sarah, yeah.
That's love.
But some people can be really, like, too much with the lark, you know.
Nah, for real. Like, all right, look, so people really about to get on my head. So the reason why I asked that question is because these girls and a couple of my homeboys, they put me on this show called You. On Netflix.
That is so good.
Right? Have you watched it?
So good.
I bet. So I ain't thought it up for that watch.
I cannot stand that dude.
All right, look. All right, Pete. So, I don't know if you guys seen, like, the show, but it's on Netflix, you know what I'm saying? Shameless plug.
We know Beck and Joe. Y'all know.
Go check it out. Go check it out. It's lit.
All right. Welcome to our TED Talk. Get on.
Yeah. All right. So, like, how do you feel about, like, what he was doing before? So he was lurking, like, he was on the ground looking at her, whatever, but, like, he found her address, he found out who her family was, he found out, like, what she do for a living.
He got out of that portal.
He went to that portal. Yeah. And that's what I was gonna get to, because I realized that, like, a lot of, I didn't know this. This is new information to me. Like, girls really go in the portal, look up your address.
You really didn't know that?
Bro, I did not. In my 3 years being here, I did not.
I'm sorry, maybe I just exposed all of the female race.
Yeah. Oh, I know now.
We go on the portal.
No. I knew before this, but I just found out, because I was like, bro, like, my strengths.
Yeah.
Well, which is cool. Like, I'm not against you looking.
All I'm saying is I feel like the roster does not carry everything. So if you're trying to really find something, you would need to go to the portal.
That's what I was just about to say. Look, but what I was going to say is, like, the portal or the roster can also say so much. Like, they don't know the whole side. And plus, my portal picture kind of ugly. So you can't be looking at my portal
Well, that's
picture.
the thing is I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Tinder is the kind of thing where all you get is a few, a bio and a few pics. And, like, the portal, I don't think girls go to the portal to be like, dang, this guy is cute. They go to the portal to find his name so they can search his out social media.
Yeah, that's real.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's real. I can understand that. That's
not
real.
from experience or anything.
The internet is messing with the youth, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah. The thing is that with the You show, when I watched it, it really tripped me out because I was like, well, shoot. Like, all my social medias are public. You know,
Yeah.
At least my windows, like, close my blinds, that weirdo. But, I feel like Joe really, like, he really, I don't know, like, I don't think it'd be that hard.
You can say somebody's name?
Yeah, he's the guy
that's
from
the dude from the show.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
that's all right.
I just feel like he just had a bad perception on, like, what love is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, that was
felt like
obsession and infatuation.
Like, bro was like, he'll kill anybody for, like, which is, okay, this is what I'm a firm believer of. If I love you, I will die for you. But I'm not killing your best friends to love you. Like, he didn't understand respect or trust. Like, those are key components to a relationship. Like, you gotta be able to trust somebody, like, to love them. And he didn't get that. Like, he was willing to lose the trust for the love. And they both go hand in hand. So.
Well, I think, in a biblical relationship, I feel like, you love that person. Like, God is your number one.
Yeah.
Like, God is even above who you love.
That's
But
true.
this dude was, like, back. Like, he had, like,
Beck was fine now.
She was,
Hey.
well aware. Yeah.
Hey.
Too much dip on your chip now?
Hey,
All right. But, I mean, like, he had, like, her panties. He had, like, weird stuff
He
that
was
she didn't even know.
Yeah, he was
And
twink.
so, I mean, that was creepy. Like, that was wild.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know.
Bro was tripping.
Draws.
I felt like a whole female watching the show. I was like, this what girls really be watching.
Bro.
This is not how that's not how we is. We don't care that much.
Hey, look, I was watching Gossip Girl for the longest, so I can't even talk. Gossip Girl?
Gossip Girl was so good.
That show went crazy.
That show is so good. Do
I
not
didn't watch
slam Gossip Girl.
I didn't watch it. I can't say nothing. I didn't watch
Prison Break? You ever seen Prison Break?
No, I've not seen Prison Break.
I'm on that.
Hey, Will, you got any questions up on your page?
I
Yo,
don't.
drop some.
Hey, y'all, ask some questions, man. If y'all on the live, you feel me? Ask questions, bro. We gonna answer them honestly as we can. We gonna always show love. All right, so we got one.
Yeah.
JoJo said Gossip Girl is super hard.
Super duper hard. Hey, that Gossip Girl, that's it.
All right,
Yeah.
so do you have any questions for us?
Oh, of course. I could ask you guys questions all night.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
That was bougie.
Oh, you
She
like
said-
that? Oh, thank you.
yeah. You crazy.
All right. So that sounded so Wisconsin. I'm sorry though.
You good?
Let's see here. I guess a good question is, how do you deal with conflict? Oh wait, before I say that, Morgan, you stalking on the portal? No, I'm not stalking. I'm not stalking.
Hey.
I'm just saying I'm an observer.
That portal.
All right.
Hey, that portal.
I'm not a portal stalker, but I'm just being real. If
Ellie.
a girl needs to know a guy's name, that's how she's gonna find it.
Hey, look, bro.
Hello.
If you gotta get on that portal.
Hey, hello, Pete.
Barry,
Watch this.
I don't even know your last name. Maybe I should have gone on the portal. I'm sorry.
Relax.
Hey, look. All right, so I got a question. So,
Alright.
my friend Trent said the real question is, why is the Saints not in the Super Bowl?
Who said that?
Relax. Let me tell you why they're not in the Super Bowl. Look, so
So Barry's a big Saints guy.
Look, all I
Who's the
gotta
Saints
say is, y'all know it was a bad no call. Like, the Saints should be in the Super Bowl. There's no doubt about it. We should be Super Bowl champs this year. Instead, all of our clothes going to Africa. So that's all I gotta say. They sending all the false clothes to Africa, to all the children in need. They don't think Drew Brees got another Super Bowl this year. That's tough.
That is tough. What up, Rod?
I'm actually really heated about that, bro. This is not the time to ask.
Oh,
You got one?
somebody said I'm black on cam. Relax. Look.
He got the spotlight?
Relax. I got the look.
Will can sing.
Relax.
Ooh.
Look, like, hey, love. Don't be listening to
We just ordinary people.
Look, love.
Hey, look, stop playing.
Don't lie. Don't let them lie to y'all.
Well, you want to sing a little song real quick?
I don't.
Alright.
But you got some questions. Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, he asked, like, what was the biggest change from high school athletics to college?
Athletics. Oh, that's a good question.
Oh,
Oh,
Alright.
oh, these some grown men out here. They grown. Oh yeah.
And women.
Oh yeah. Oh, women too. You know
Intramural
what I'm
football,
saying?
don't
Look.
say it.
There's some grown women too.
Look at your fingers.
Bro, bruh, why is Kamara on my live going crazy? All right, look, but to answer bro question, the difference between high school and college, bro, really is the speed, bro. Like, everything comes much faster. You know what I'm saying? And it's, I would say detail, bro. Everything is so detailed. Like, in high school, you didn't take special team spirit seriously, bro. Like, you was just trying to get on the field, score touchdowns, get picks, like, get your scholarly. But, like, in college, bro, like, they take every possession serious because any possession can, like, literally determine any game. Yeah. And that's real, like, in any sport. So, I feel like that's the biggest difference. What about you?
Yeah.
To me, it's definitely the pressure in the classroom that took a toll on me, bro. Because, bro, I'm for real, bro.
No, I'm talking about my life.
What's that? Although, like, the speed on, like, I came from a no-huddle offense in my high school, so what that means is we didn't take our time to get plays ran. We had we had a pace, and we took that pace the whole time.
Yeah.
So the speed of the practices didn't affect me and nothing like that. But it was really getting in the classroom and having like 15 credit hours, 16 credit hours my freshman year, then try to do that, then go to practice after school, then go to my work study or job second semester. Yeah. That was tough.
Where do you work? Do you work anywhere?
I work at the ARC currently right now.
The ARC
of the Ozarks. That's like a group home / ISO thing you could work on. And we just go there, you know what I'm saying, love my clients or whatever.
But that is a lot.
But yeah, it's a lot to manage, man. That was the hardest part in high school. Practice is over about 4:00. You have the rest of the day to go to work, fast food or whatever. You don't have that type of time in college at all.
You don't.
Yeah,
projects, assignments.
I swear, I blink and my day is over.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for real, your day go by so fast.
Yeah. Like, so let me ask you this. All right. So how do we deal with conflict when it comes to a girl? You know, if something's going on with our friends, a lot of times we build it up, we wait too long, and then we're like, boom. A lot of times you got to sit down, you got to hash it out, be like, girl, what's up? Like, you've been acting different. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of times how girls deal with conflict. Now, is that the same? Do you have any examples of how you guys deal with conflict?
Bro, these they on my live acting crazy, saying my head flat. Look, y'all need to relax. All right,
look. But on the portal, it looks bigger. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
All right, look. All right, so to answer your question, though, it depends on the portal. It depends on the female. Like, ladies might get mad at me for this, but like, if it's a girl that you're just talking to, you gonna.
No, I'm saying boys.
No, I get that.
Oh, okay.
I get that. I'm doing an interview. So, you're asking how we deal with the conflict, right?
Like.
So it depends on the girl.
Oh,
like I'm saying, like the girl that you're talking to. If it's a girl that you just like courting with, or like you're just getting to know, you're gonna handle the conflict differently. Like you're gonna be like, I mean, you
but
mad?
But if it's a bro.
But yeah, like if it's a brody, like if it's family, like it's gonna be different. Or if it's somebody that I've got time invested into, like I've been talking to you for, like, I feel like if you have a girlfriend and y'all been talking for a long time, y'all should not have a night where y'all don't talk it out, or y'all shouldn't talk that problem out, because you don't want to sleep on those. You don't want to sleep on them problems. Like that's what creates bigger arguments. That's just me though.
No, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
I mean, for me, I get on the portal and look at their strengths.
Oh.
And then when I know their strengths, that's what I know. That's how to solve it.
Oh my gosh, this makes me so dead. Our strengths. Our school makes us do like a personality test, like the third day of school, and then they base everything, all your actions, off your strengths. It makes me laugh so hard.
No, this is what I don't get.
Tell me what you don't get, Will. Tell me how you really feel, Will.
I'm gonna tell you how I really feel for it.
Please.
All right, so it's some nice girls on this campus. Like, look.
Have you dated any of the girls on this campus?
I have not.
So you want to tell me why?
Is it a reason why? I told you. Little peep. I already told you. Like,
I mean, you told me
what's
when I wasn't live.
Huh?
Well, I know last year, like, you told me.
Oh, I told you. Oh, yeah.
So, I'm trying to expose.
No, I'm not trying to expose.
No, I did.
No.
No, like I said, bro, like, nothing changes for me. Like, I feel like it's not more so of them, it's more so of me.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Good.
I want to be my best, like, first of all, I want to date with intentions. Like, I'm not going to date you if I ain't trying to be with you.
Date to marry, kids. Date to marry.
All right.
Date to marry.
These guys spitting truth out here.
And, like, I'm not just going to date you and talk to you to casually go on a couple of dates, kiss you, and then get your hopes up. Like, when I date you, like, that's my intentions to go to the next level. Like, I ain't got time to be playing with that.
Well, if you don't, then you're just wasting each other's time.
Exactly. Right? So, like, that's why I'm not going to date if I'm not going to take it seriously. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Time and money.
Yeah, for sure.
Expensive.
Because relationships expensive out here.
Expensive.
Oh, it's real.
They expensive.
Hey, let me tell you something.
What is the most you spent on a girl?
Wow.
Not like that. Not like that.
I get you.
But like,
I get you.
Like as a gift or just meals or.
Well, Valentine's Day is coming up, fellas. And
What's up, Ben?
First off, let me tell the fellas this off rips. You do not have to give your girl nothing for Valentine's Day.
What?
Well, let me tell you. Hold on, let me tell you.
Oh, I don't.
Look,
Will, I was rocking with you all night, but now I'm like.
Let me tell you why.
All right.
Because Valentine's Day have became a second birthday for these females.
Right.